Okay, I'm really trying to make sense of this. And I'm reading and watching videos and looking at pictures and looking at populations. Traders, 10 stores. So, my great-great-grandpa was great-great-great-great-grandpa was there as quartermaster in 1871. Okay. This is 1906. 28 plus 6. Is that right? 72, 28, 6. 34. This town is 34 years old after the U.S. Army stationed my grandpa there in 1871. Quartermaster. What he did was he trained people to put shoes on horses and fixed metal things, made metal things. He had like apprentices and stuff from Kansas City and stuff. That would be another story. But this is the picture. All right. 34 years later. Now, before he got there, the Indians built. Can you see the Indians there? Can you see any Indians there? The Indians built this house for him. Okay, I want to show you the house. Look at these buildings. What is that? A factory? Back there? What is that? So, these Indians built this house for him.
Welcome to our latest Wandering Walks of Wonder Adventure Tour. Today we're headed to the small and historic town of Pawhuska, Oklahoma. Many of you may recognize Pawhuska as the home of the pioneer woman Dee Drummond and her famous TV show, as well as Mercantile that we see, but there's so much more to see in Pawhuska. Right off the bat, as we learn a little bit more about the history of Pawhuska, we see this 1871 historic 5-room home that was constructed by the blacksmith in town. This home is actually one of the first homes that was built in Pawhuska. It's made of native timbers and features 18-inch thick sandstone walls. The origins of the building are rooted in an agreement when the Osage Native tribes were relocated from Kansas. Sid Delarue, a Swiss blacksmith, was promised ownership of the house in exchange for his commitment to caring for...
1896. Now we're at 1896. So this town is now 71, 81, 91, 30. It's about the same age. Is that right? 1906. No, it'd be like 24. Maybe. Do the math. Do those look like Indians that are descendants or children of Indians that Okay, so he says the blacksmith built the house, and his name is Sid Delarue. His name is Nicholas Delarue. I have his family Bible. My father was, mother was Sylvia Delarue. Okay, so let's see, what else did they have here?
Horses. Sid adopted a
Okay, look at this. Ugh. Look at this building. He was not a blacksmith.
was promised ownership of the house in exchange for his commitment to caring for horses.
Okay, look at all the other houses in town. And then look at this one. I guess they say he built this house. Now, when the army stationed him in this house, does that look like a house? When the army stationed him in this house, he lived, oh gosh, what's the name of the town? He lived a couple miles north of Coffeyville. Basically, he lived in a small town near Coffeyville. And that's where he lived. He didn't live in this house. Now, he may have spent, upstairs is a lot of room. And his wife just had a daughter, baby. They just had a baby. So I don't think they were spending all their time in this house. I think she was probably spending a lot of time in Coffeyville because she had a new baby. And he was probably stationed here and traveling back and forth. Probably had a horse, you know. And he was keeping a ledger of the items that the army was sending for them to probably rebuild this town. But they try and make it sound like it was just when they went out there, weeds and rocks. But I don't think it was weeds and rocks. So a big question about what was it? No, they're lying to me because he's not a blacksmith and that's not his job. Right behind this building is a river, and then on the other side of that river is where the Osage Indians would butcher the buffalo after a 6 month, I think it was like 6 months, 3 months, I don't know how long it was, hunt off to the west. A lot of times they weren't even in this town. They were off hunting buffalo, and then they were arranging the buffalo, you know, and then you got to go through winter and stuff. It's pretty crazy times in this town. To the right of here is the Liberty Stables. And then on Main Street, next door to Liberty Stables is the general store. General store, I do believe. And all that stuff is here. In 71.
Sid adopted a distinctive approach to his trade by taking his tools directly to.
You can see there the store, and then back there behind the store would be where the Liberty Stables used to be. And his name's not Sid, it's Nicholas. Okay, there's two guys named Nicholas. Okay, one of them is a builder, and the other one is the quartermaster who keeps a ledger, and he's also a Swiss blacksmith, so he trains the blacksmiths. Okay, to do and then he sends them out to do. That's what this guy here, this farrier is a guy that he sends out to do horseshoes. But he doesn't go. He's not a blacksmith. He teaches these farriers to go out and do the horseshoes. And Liberty Stable is back there behind the general store. I think it's general store. That's in 71. Okay? So, and I know that to be, I have the family Bible, so I know that's right. But what is really weird is this is in 1909, which is 34 years later. Another 10 years after that, we're here. 34 years. Remember where we started? Where did we start? This is where we started. That's where we started. And I don't know, this stuff, you never know some of it. But the populations in this, to me, they don't match. What is this? Why are they doing this? You know, when they could have been doing this. Wherever it went. I could have been doing this. And then all of a sudden, like with 6,000 people living there, who we're not sure if they're Indians or cowboys, bam! And and they just discovered oil, and they're just starting to bring in the Model Ts and the train. It's crazy. It's pretty crazy. I don't know why that picture won't show up. Oh yeah, That one shows up. Yeah, I would say courthouse built at the same time as that building across the street. But wait a minute, that's not right. It looks like this.